All right, guys, we're not in Kansas anymore. We are on Ross Barnett, the res. Been here before, loved it, absolutely had to come back. And I wanted to talk about in this episode a lot of the things that we do as tournament anglers. Like to come to these muddy water, these big fish lakes. What we do, what baits. We're gonna talk about 3 muddy water baits today. Check that out. Love it, love it. We're gonna talk about 3 muddy water baits today that we like to utilize on the trail a lot. Definitely the first 3 that we cycle through, usually one of them are gonna hit. So that's what we're talking about today. We're excited to be on the res. We're gonna be using the Savage. We got the brand new Savages up there as well. And they're loaded up. We're gonna put some fish in the boat, big fish in the boat. Excited to be here on the res. Here we go. Got some candidates right here. A little choppy today. Supposed to be no wind at all today. We got this already starting it off, but we've got some good candidates right here. Looks like there are 3 of them maybe even. So we're just trying to get this day started right. Coming right into them. And looks like I'm gonna have to push into them a little bit. About as good as you can get right there. All right, first Ross Barnett slab, baby, a good fish. I always say the first fish of the day is always a questionable one. We're trying to identify size and all those great things, but without a doubt, great fish anywhere. Great little white, probably 11 and a half inch fish, but we're letting them go. Of course, we're not keeping fish on this trip. Even on our traveling trips, we don't keep fish. All right, appreciate you guys watching today. We're talking about the 3 best, in my opinion, how you start in terms of muddy water. 3 baits that are extremely important. I've got 3 rods in my boat. Stay to the end, I'm gonna do 1 at a time. We're gonna start off at number 3, then we're gonna go to number 1. But I always have 3 pulls in my boat when we go to big bodies of water, big lakes. Ross Barnett is roughly, I think, 33,000 acres. And I have 3 Savages set up. 1 is set up as a 13 footer, 1 is set up as a 15 footer, and the other one's actually still as a 13 as well. So 2 13s and a 15. If I feel like the fish are spooky, I'm moving to the 15 footer Savage. But the first bait we're gonna talk about is on muddy water lakes, I like to fish with 1/16 ounce baits, okay? Hair jigs, that's number 1. I'm always gonna start with a hair jig. I talk about it all the time, but I want a big contrast between the head and the body. Big deal for me. So on muddy water lakes, I always preach small is better. I always start with a 1/16 ounce hair jig, 100% of the time. Now I will mess with the color combinations. For example, the next rod I probably will pull has what we call the chartreuse bite. And that basically is just a obnoxious bait here. Let me see if I can show it to you. So again, these are all just formulations of that style of bait. So that's the chartreuse bite. It's a really loud, obnoxious, but it has a chartreuse head. It has a black and chartreuse body. Something that's loud, obnoxious. The next pole is gonna have, you know, an orange head version. So we're going through all these 1/16 ounce hair jigs. And that is number 1 bait that I start with when I go to muddy water lakes. So the big deal for me is they have to see it. So the water really here is not that muddy right now. Not as muddy as it's been in the past, or at least in the springtime, which makes sense. But so more fish in the boat, let's go. Hey guys, 1 second, and we'll get right back to the video. Do me a favor and smash that like button, share the video. Also, I'd like to share with you Main Harbor here at on the res. They are sponsoring these videos this week, and so please do me a favor, hang out at Main Harbor. Go check out all the supplies and everything that they actually carry there, including the 3-pound fishing gear. Main Harbor here on the res, check them out. And now back to the video. The other thing I'm thinking about too is that when this sun comes up, it's a high of 94 today or something like that. I'm assuming when this sun comes up, a lot of these fish are going to be going to the timber. And to me, that's just shooting fish in a barrel when they go to the timber. A lot of these guys in the morning, like right now, there's a lot of singles just floating around. I'm actually using the 15-footer right now. There we go. Slab. Yeah, like I was saying, I think when the sun comes up, a lot more of these fish are going to be sitting on the timber. And the water's not that muddy today. So I love the topic though, because it typically would be a muddy water lake. Beautiful fish right there, guys. Solid fish, much bigger than the first one we caught. All right, cool. Number 2 bait. And again, the number 1 bait, the one I truly is going to be next, but we're going to talk about the next bait, and I think it's really important to know that we will catch. That was with the 15-footer, by the way. Jumping around here a little bit, the Savage 15-footer. The next one I'm going to talk about is a plastic bait, okay? Now again, I'm always staying with the 1/16 ounce size jigs. Sorry guys, size jigs. I use the Nasty Hook. The Nasty Hook was built for these kind of conditions. It's a hardened steel hook. Doesn't bend very easy. It's got the barrel-shaped head, and we like to accommodate it with a certain allowed obnoxious plastic. All right, since we're going with an orange head, and again, you can switch these heads up. So the first one was a hair jig 1/16. Now we're talking about a plastic, obnoxious. We want something that contrasts. We're gonna try our orange for the first time color-wise here. And we're gonna pair it up with a big fat chartreuse bait. So we're gonna see how that works. And that's our profile now. Pretty big, obnoxious, kind of goes against all the things that I usually, I always start off small. But again, I'm always hoping that I can get them with the hair jig. I am gonna put a number 3 split shot on this. Now, there's a lot of different weight setups, and I have the magnetic one with the tungsten weights. I do all that stuff as well. But when I'm out here pleasure fishing and I just wanna go quick, I'm still using a split shot. I'm just using a bigger one. So number 2 bait would be just a flat out plastic, big, obnoxious, contrasting colors. Big time to have that prepped on your boat before you even get out to these new lakes. Now I can tell you that usually you can tell a difference really quick how fish are reacting to plastics versus hair jigs. Our bite's been, there's a good fish right there, we're gonna try that one. Our fish so far up to this point have been kind of finicky with the hair jig, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this guy reacts to an actual plastic, and a big plastic at that. Seems to be a lot of fish around here, but we're gonna see. The fall rate is definitely going to change with plastics because they push the water away, right? So they fall a lot slower. All right, guys, we're going to change up the baits now. But a lot of loners just out here just roaming. Not the easiest bite that I've ever seen, so that I've ever experienced here for sure. But definitely could put a fish in the boat. But right now we're going to go to our 3rd bait, guys. The number 1, I think. Is it the number 1? No, maybe not the number 1, but definitely the one that I'm always going to go with. I'm always going to go back to a standard shad shape plastic. Now again, I'm always going to favor the 1/16 ounce hair jigs. I'm sorry, jigs. So the Nasty Hook is always the one on my website. So check it out. But your standard shad bait is your number 3. So you got a big bait, big contrasting colors. You have a hair jig, and again, all these are sitting with the 1/16. Now I will go down to a 1/32 occasionally just to see if that makes a difference. It did on Darbone, Louisiana. One tournament going down to a 1/32 made all the difference in the world. So if this bite doesn't pick up here, definitely going to go in that direction. All right. All right, guys. I actually went and sized down. So we go back to that hair jig. I went ahead and went back down to a 32nd ounce jig. And I'm glad I did, because I think really what we need, kind of a bonus one, a number 4, shall we say. I can't get this hook out. Come on now. There we go. Good little eater. We'll let him go. Number 4. Number 4. We're going to give, probably should bring some minnows just in case. My last experience on the res was like, you know, you dropped it down and they're going to hammer it. This one, you really have to put it there, and you're still only grabbing the ones that are going to eat. There's a lot of finicky ones. So anyway, I gave you your top 3, gave you a bonus 4. That's going to make the episode. And I'll tell you what, beautiful lake here at the Ross Barnett Reservoir. It's right next to Jackson, Mississippi. Check it out, guys, and I appreciate you. I'm going to go back, have some breakfast, get on a pontoon boat, and explore this lake even more. Go check out some of the houses and stuff like that, just to look around. So it's a beautiful lake, guys. Check it out. Appreciate it. Please share, and have a great one.